Well, hi, I'm Seth Austin, and today we're going to work on a chord melody arrangement of House of the Rising Sun on the uke. And the first step to doing this is to learn to play the melody by itself without the chords. And what we're going to do here is play the melody pretty much on the high A string. A couple of times near the end we'll go onto the E, onto the second string, but most of it's on the first string, which will allow us to put a chord underneath everything. So our first step here is to play the melody on the A string, and I'll demonstrate that. Our next step will be to add chords underneath those melody notes. And the tablature and notation supplied has both the chords and the melody all together. So when you were first reading the melody, that would be the top line of would be the top line, basically. And then the chords are underneath everything. So now we're going to play a regular A minor chord, middle finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and that's our A minor chord, and we have an A note on the first string, which is our melody. So, and then I play the B note, which is the melody, while still holding the chord as much as possible. Now the melody note goes to a C and the chord goes to a C, and conveniently the melody note is the top note there already. And I go up to the E note. Now it's time for a D note. And that's going to be on a D chord. Instead of playing this D chord like this, I'm going to play a bar across the second fret and add my pinky to that D note. And this is a bar chord D. Then I let go of that and I go to an F chord. And this is your traditional F chord, and I'm adding my pinky to the C note because that's the melody note. Now the next thing is the melody goes up to the 12th fret like that, and interestingly the C, E, A notes that we're tuned to open give us an A minor chord, and so I'm playing those as a harmonic. And that's how I'm playing both the melody note and the chord, all harmonics at the 12th fret. Now, the next step was to go to a C chord, but instead of playing just the open C chord with the melody there, I'm playing this shape, which looks like your G shape moved up to the 7th fret, gives you a C chord. And I'm playing that shape with the pinky added to play the melody. Or sometimes I just play it without that because then I get a low C note. And that's how I mostly do that. Now the melody stays on this E note, and I need an E chord, and I use the exact same shape that I used earlier for a D up 2 frets to the 4th fret. Then we go back up to that A minor, to the C again, to D, to F. All chords that we've had before, but in a slightly different order to accommodate the melody. Then A minor. Now I go to an E7. And the melody jumps onto the second string, and then back to an A minor. And that's the whole melody combined with chords. I'm going to play this all one time through now, melody and chords together, just with a simple strum at the beginning of each chord, at the beginning of each measure. And that's the way the sheet music is written out. So there is the melody and chords together. And in the arrangement in the full recorded arrangement, I start with it that way as a simple version. And then the second time through, I go into playing an arpeggio. The song is in 6/8 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I mostly do a pattern like this. First, third, second, first, second, third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I leave out whatever eighth notes I need to leave out to play the melody. And this way, but my melody... And I play through that a few times, and I'm varying the arpeggios, but I'm always fitting 6/8 notes into the measure and leaving out parts of the arpeggio to make sure that I get the melody notes in. And then the next variation of this that we're going to play involves strumming, and I do a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going down, up, down, down, up, down per measure, and fitting the melody in over the chords again, just like before. There's a lot of different ways that you can do that strum. My own personal preference for this is down with my middle finger, brush up with my thumb, and then the last down again with the middle finger. So I'm going down, up, down, down, up, down. Every measure is the same pattern. Now I'm going to put the melody together with those same chords, and interestingly, nothing changes in the arrangement except for my right hand, my strumming hand at this point, from that first time through where we played the melody and the chords together with a simple strum like that. But now I'm going to add the fancier strum. So here we go. I'll demonstrate the whole melody together with all the chords. So to create a performance arrangement of this, what I tend to like to do is play the melody with the chords very simply the first time or two, like that, with just a simple arpeggio pick with the melody on the top string. Then after a couple of times of that, I go into the arpeggios, and so on. And then I go into it a few times through with the strumming, just as I demonstrated. And then I like to come back at the very end and play the melody simply with just the chords again. So what you'll notice in the sheet music is I did not write out the variations, but once you can play that first written out section with the chords and the melody together, you'll be able to adapt what you do with your strumming hand to both fingerpick the tune or to strum the tune. Anyway, I hope you have a lot of fun playing House of the Rising Sun in chord melody style, and we'll see you next time.